Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Maverick AOKO has shared a tweet, very shocking one here. And just to confirm, I went through a couple of other news sources trying to ascertain whether this is indeed what happened. But then, what Maverick AOKO has shared here is that there is a Catholic priest who hosted Gachagua 2 weeks ago. And based on this information, ladies and gentlemen, that Catholic priest who hosted Gachagua 2 weeks ago has been murdered. Now, from this story, ladies and gentlemen, you can as well agree with me that the DCI wako na kazi ngumu sana. The DCI wako na kazi ngumu because if you look at the time frame between now when Ongondowere, the member of parliament, Kasipul, was murdered, that controversy around Ongondowere's murder probe, that controversy around it, the case has not been closed. In fact, the case has not even started. Now we are confronted with another murder, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Catholic priest and is allegedly murdered. And this priest hosted Rigathi Gachagua 2 weeks ago and for a funds drive, you know. So he has been murdered. I know there's going to be a lot of political statements surrounding this. Nobody knows what really happened, who murdered them, we don't know. But I believe that the DCI is going to move with speed on this one, just like the way the DCI moved speed on the Ongondowere's murder probe and try to bring the suspects on board. Even this case, we believe the DCI will do the best it can with the sophisticated technological advancement that they have to bring these people on board. Now, before we go further on this story, ladies and gentlemen, kindly support this channel by liking this video to enable you to share this video to many other people. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed before, and to our existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. So, dear viewers, who is responsible for this death of the Catholic priest? First of all, before we explore this story, let us look at that Harambe. I mean, I didn't do an analysis on that video when the Catholic priest had hosted Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know why I missed that. But come to think of it this way. Why did the Catholic allow funds aid or Harambe in that case if they prohibited it in the first place? Let's just leave that story for another day. Let us focus on this message shared by Maverick AOKO. First of all, you know, the priest, according to information that we have, the DCI suspects that the priest was murdered elsewhere and then his body dumped at Kikopey on the Nakuru-Nairobi highway in Gilgil. Because according to information here is that his lifeless body was found on Thursday, May 15th, approximately 50 kilometers from his work station at Igwamiti Catholic Church, you know. Yeah, so that's just how it was found. So what is happening here is that this story is telling us that there's going to be a postmortem that is going to be conducted on the body at St. Benedict Catholic Mission Hospital to give more details into the death and help with the investigation. So again, if you go further on this story, we are told that the clergyman's SUBARU Forester, he had a SUBARU Forester, was believed to have been used by the assailants to dump the body at the scene, was still missing. That SUBARU Forester was still missing because that is what was used to dump his body there. In very few words, ladies and gentlemen, Father Miner's last sermon was all about humility, honesty. He talked about honesty, leaders to be honest with the promises they make, you know. So who is responsible for this murder? I will not insinuate, I will not guess like I've seen people guessing. Some people have reacted here. Like so for example, Mwatha Nganga says, Father John Maina, the Catholic priest who was a deputy president Rigathi Gachagua just 2 weeks ago, has been found murdered in Kikopey, Nakuru County. Detectives from the DCI in Nakuru have launched investigation into the incident. The community is in shock and many are calling for swift justice. May his soul rest in peace. That is what he said. And let me continue further. There's also another reaction which shocked me here. Baraka Wambui said something. Baraka Wambura. I suspect this is someone from Tanzania, because looking at the reaction here, is trying to tell us that we have bigger problems than them. So he says, you see how strange you have become. You don't even realize it. You are so busy cheering on issues in Tanzania while your own country faces disasters every day and you can't solve them. Now look, that pastor has died because he was conducting a mass for Gachagua. Go ahead then, go and demonstrate over there. So this is what Baraka Wambura said. Okay, that's a very bold statement from Baraka Wambura. I think personally I believe that Baraka Wambura is from Tanzania. So let me also take you through some statement from Chagwas. Chagwas is also an ex-handler who says, there are many words and phrases we have coined about Jamhuri that have come to pass. I know I'm guilty of transporting the term Wild West from history books to describe what is happening or the normal occurrence in Jamhuri. The nation needs devoted traditional and international religious people to cleanse the curses. I'm taking the first step. Pray for the nation, the people, diaspora, and those with the long historic roots, Kenya, and the visitors. Regarding the above post, let us not despair or lose hope. Universe words of wisdom say, things turn bad before getting it better. Most languages have a sort of a phrase about that saying. So this is a bit general, but the reaction is to Maverick expose about the father who has been murdered. Okay.
Thĩinĩ wa maũndũ maingĩ kana nĩ kũingĩra araingĩra thĩinĩ wa maũndũ maingĩ koguo ithuothe twĩ thĩinĩ wa maũndũ maingĩ na koguo rĩ mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ tũgakĩgayania maũndũ macio maingĩ thĩinĩ wa icunjĩ inya. Gĩcunjĩ kĩa mbere nĩ thĩinĩ wa maũndũ maingĩ marĩa Father Simoni aumĩte thĩinĩ wamo mĩaka 25. Koguo tũkamwĩra atĩrĩ, maingĩ nĩonete, maingĩ nĩaiguĩte, na no egũthiĩ na mbere kũmeka atĩa, kũmona na kũmaigua. Na nĩkĩo mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ tũkiuga mĩaka 25. Mũthenya ũmwe gũtũũra ũbatĩrĩ-inĩ nĩ nĩma cia Ngai. Mĩaka 5, mĩaka 10 ĩgakinya 25 nĩ tha cia Ngai, nĩ tha cia Ngai. Koguo tũgoka gũkwĩra Father Simon nĩ umĩte thĩinĩ wa maũndũ maingĩ, nĩ ũgereire maũndũ maingĩ, nĩ ũgacemania na maũndũ maingĩ. No thĩinĩ wa gĩthomo gitũ kĩa mbere rĩ,
the truth of the matter is that the father has been killed and DCI are doing the best they can to unearth who are responsible. Just like I told you, DCI wako na kazi ngumu sana. They have not even completed solving the issue of Ongondowere. Now they have another case here to solve. Most likely there's going to be another case to be solved. So which way DCI wako na kazi ngumu sana. But that's what they are employed to do, ladies and gentlemen. So let's not talk much about this incident, about the father who was said Gachagua 2 weeks ago. I know people have been talking about many theories have been devised to surrounding this murder, but I'm not going to talk about it because the DCI is going to do some investigation and give us details which I shall present to you, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.